All right, so right about the time Idaho became a state, the city of Boise was coming into its own. Architecture, art, social life, they all kind of came together in one place. The Boise Natatorium, which is just off Warm Springs Boulevard, took full advantage of the water feature under the surface of Boise's east end. It stood there for about 50 years as the city's featured gathering place until, well, one day it didn't.
Swimming pools back then were very different than what they are today.
The city of Boise is home to a unique geological feature, geothermal heat, found near the old penitentiary. In 1891, Boise businessman C.W. Moore built his home on Warm Springs Avenue, and soon after, he began heating his home with geothermal heat.
He founded a company, it was the Boise Artisanal Hot and Cold Water Supply Company, and they helped construct this area as a way of showcasing Boise's geothermal sources.
That same year, Moore tapped John C. Paulson,
a famous German architect,
to build what would later be known as the Boise Natatorium, with a 120-foot-long pool heated with geothermal heat. It opened in May 1882.
People compare it to like the bathhouses you would have seen in ancient Rome, and people called this the Taj Mahal of the West. Like, they were very excited to have a big, beautiful social space.
It was the last stop on the trolley line from downtown, along Warm Springs into East Boise.
It was 2 stories, but then there were 6-story towers on the sides of the front entrance, big arched windows. I think the architectural style, they called it, was a Moorish revival, just a very unique architectural style compared to what else you saw in Warm Springs.
Inside, not just a giant swimming pool.
A billiard room, a ladies' parlor, a tea room, a ball space so people could have dances and socials. Social standards were different for the time, so what was acceptable recreation was very different back then, and they had rooms designed to accommodate that.
But the geothermal heat had a major downside.
According to the Idaho Statesman at the time, it was the second pool in the country to be heated or to use geothermal water. So that's very, very hot, creates a lot of steam, the steam rises, and I mean, it's just all contained within this building.
In 1934,
a really severe windstorm rolled through the valley and the roof collapsed. It's believed that the humidity inside the room of the pool rotted or deteriorated some of the wooden infrastructure, and that led to its collapse during a bad storm.
Everyone made it out, but it was the end of an era. The once vast building fell away with the wood panels. It was eventually rebuilt a few years later as an outdoor pool, which you can still visit today.
And it is still at its same location, a little off there, but still on Warm Springs Avenue. And these days it is an open-air pool, open only during the summer. It's just one of several pools operated by the city of Boise, which you can start visiting, including the Natatorium, starting tomorrow.